Hello everybody, my name is Joan Qualls. I'm a Virtuoso travel advisor based in Encinitas, California, just about 25 miles up the coast from the San Diego airport. Today I'm going to be talking to you about a beautiful tour that Collette Tours has put together. It's called Colors of Morocco. And this presentation was curated by my colleague and partner, Guy Haddad, who works with me over at Collette Tours. And he's put together a beautiful presentation for me to share with you today. So let's go ahead and dive right in. From the rolling dunes of the Sahara to the vibrant souks of Marrakesh, the snow-capped Atlas Mountains to the historic walls of Fez, Morocco is a very special place like nowhere else on earth. Morocco has been a muse that has inspired artists, writers, politicians, actors, world leaders, emperors, and storytellers for millennia. It is the great crossroads where African, Arabic, and European influences converge to create something truly magical. Its charm is undeniable. From the ancient Medinas to the modern beat of Casablanca, from the spice-laden air to the colorful textiles that overflow in the markets, this is a place where every sense you have is going to be awakened. The smells, the sounds, the sights, it's all going to blow your mind and send you home with an incredible story to tell. And here is a map of the tour at a glance. The tour begins and ends in Casablanca. From Casablanca, you'll be driving to Rabat, where you'll be staying for 2 nights. Then you'll be going to Fez for 3 nights. Then Erfoud for 1 night, which is your gateway to the exciting experience of staying in the Sahara Desert Camp. From there, you'll be going for 1 night to Bouman Dedad, and then for 3 nights into Marrakesh before returning to Casablanca. This tour does have an optional extension for you to consider before you meet up with the group in Casablanca, starting in Tangier, then with 2 nights in Chefchaouen and 1 night back in Casablanca to meet up with your tour. This travel style is called by Collette Explorations. The group size is a maximum of 24. The average number of guests on this tour is 19, so it's a very small group. This tour is ideal for the culturally curious. You'll come home with stories that you can't wait to share with your friends and family. Say yes to unique experiences that you'd be hard-pressed to find on your own. The accommodations perfectly capture the local vibe, and this means that your exploration never stops. You can travel today and improve tomorrow with socially responsible impact moments and carbon offsetting. The tour activity level is categorized by Collette as a 3, which is active, for on-the-go traveler. They describe an on-the-go traveler as somebody who doesn't want to miss a thing, so walking and standing for a longer period of times, up to 2 to 3 hours, is not a big deal. A moderately paced 2.5-hour walking tour covering several miles, including hilly and uneven surfaces, is no problem for you. Walking 4 miles over the course of the day is very doable, as is climbing into and out of various modes of transportation. You're able to climb 3 flights of stairs easily and handle altitudes between 6,000 and 9,000 feet. You can expect some longer days balanced with free time to recharge or set out on your own adventure. This level is not really a good fit for travelers who require the use of a mobility assistance device. If you require a walker or wheelchair or have difficulty walking, this may not be the right trip for you. You may not be able to access some of the areas that are included on this particular tour. Tips for visiting Morocco. Morocco is 6 hours ahead of the Eastern Standard Time Zone. And so that would mean that it's 9 hours ahead of Pacific Standard Time. The currency is the Moroccan dirham, but honestly, when I was in Morocco last year, we just used credit cards everywhere, and that was not an issue. Packing, you want to bring layers, and modest clothing is appropriate, especially for women. It's recommended in mosques and other holy sites, and women will have to cover their heads when entering a mosque. The temperatures can fluctuate from 110 degrees during the day to 50 degrees at night. And it's a very, very safe country. It's located in northern Africa. It's a very safe and welcoming destination. Collette is renowned for their tour managers. The tour managers are always raved about by Collette guests, a great tour manager is essential to your journey. The majority of Collette's tour managers are locals, and they're personally invested in showing the guests their home turf. They'll supply guests with a great sense of the places that they'll guide you to, and they'll also invest time getting to know the individuals on tour, anticipate needs, and always make sure that everybody feels seen and welcomed. Basically, they will take very good care of you. This is tour manager Nabil. He may not be the one that's leading the tour that you go on, but with his breadth of knowledge, tour managers just like Nabil are an essential part of what will make your Moroccan journey exceptional. It's no surprise that there's often a great sense of camaraderie and friendship developed between not just travelers, but also travelers and their tour manager. This is a quote from a traveler on this trip from the past. Every day was filled with learning and surprises. It was wonderful. Staying in the Sahara and riding a camel was an awesome experience. Other highlights included Chefchaouen, the tour through the markets in Fez, staying in a riad, the cooking class, and learning about Morocco from Mohammed, who is a wonderful tour manager. So let's get into the specifics of the trip. And this little overview does include the pre-tour extension that visits a couple of other places in Morocco not covered in the main part of the tour. The optional pre-tour extension is in northern Morocco, so it's between Tangier and Chefchaouen. If you're going to Morocco, a place so singular and exotic and far out, why not add on a couple of days? And if you want to, Collette has you covered with his very robust, fully guided pre-trip extension in northern Morocco. Guests explore the mystical blue streets of Chefchaouen, nestled in the Rif Mountains, and the cosmopolitan crossroads of Tangier. It's a culture lover's dream because it's both full of Moroccan and Spanish influences. And because this is a fully guided extension, guests will get all the benefits of that. Local experiences, local tours, and experts to really make the most of their time in northern Morocco. So consider grabbing this extra slice of discovery that an extension like this offers. This extension includes time in Casablanca, where the main tour begins and ends, Chefchaouen, Akchour, Tétouan, and Tangier. And pictured from clockwise from the top left, Chefchaouen is a city that has blue painted over many of the dwellings. It's just a photographer's paradise. And then the second one is fabric in a Moroccan Medina in Tangier. And then the bottom one is the town of Akchour. In Chefchaouen, you'll be staying in a riad. This is really something special. The Riad Dar Eshchaouen in Chefchaouen is truly an authentic slice of Morocco. A riad is a traditional Moroccan house or palace with an interior garden or courtyard. The term is derived from the Arabic word for garden. Riads were once the stately city homes of the wealthiest citizens, such as merchants and courtiers who wanted privacy. The Riad Dar Eshchaouen is a peaceful retreat filled with beautiful tile work, lush gardens, an inviting outdoor pool, and lovely terraces to relax. It's also in a great central location with easy access to the vibrant Medina of Chefchaouen. Fun fact, Morocco's most popular beverage is green tea with mint. It's Morocco's signature sip. Morocco's most popular beverage, the craft of tea brewing, is considered an art, and sipping tea regularly in the company of loved ones is a cherished tradition. Yes, in Morocco, mint tea is not just a drink. It's a symbol of hospitality, friendship, and tradition. And here's a pro tip. The ritual of tea preparation and drinking is deeply ingrained in Morocco's cultural fabric, and skipping a cup when offered can be seen as a breach of etiquette. So if you're offered one, it's a good gesture to accept it. And as I learned when I was there last year, you can have the mint tea either sweetened or unsweetened, and it's pretty much offered to you the moment you walk into a hotel or a restaurant or somebody's home. This is still on the pre-tour extension. This is the town of Rabat. This is the picture on the left, the Kasbah of Udayas Fortress in Rabat, Morocco, which is a fortified city. As you settle into this vibrant capital, you'll start to feel the buzz of anticipation for the experiences that lay ahead on the main part of the tour. Get comfortable in your hotel, grab a glass of mint tea, And depending on what time you arrive, join your guide for an orientation walk around the city. Rabat is a complete gem. Unlike other bustling Moroccan cities, Rabat has a more laid-back coastal atmosphere, which surprises many visitors. It is unquestionably one of the most historic and cultural centers of Morocco as well, and it's the perfect place to kick off your journey, which is why Collette has chosen it. And with your time in Rabat, the adventure is about to begin. You'll be diving into the history of Rabat. This is a great full day to kick things off. You're about to immerse right into the history of Rabat. Today, you'll join a local guide for an in-depth tour. On this point, the local guides are something that sets our trips apart, Colette's trips. They really know these places inside and out, and they are so very passionate about them. You'll be visiting the Shella necropolis, exploring the mausoleum of Mohammed V, see the Kasbah de Ouidas, enjoy some free time, and join your fellow travelers for a welcome dinner at a local restaurant. Group travel is all about these shared moments. Whether it's your first time or whether you're a seasoned globetrotter, the bonds you form here are really rich. From the relationship you'll form with your tour guide to the new friends you may make across the dinner table, these are the memories that you'll cherish long after your journey ends. Your first stop today is to ancient walls that illustrate perfectly just what a layered cultural patchwork Morocco is. Remember, I mentioned that Morocco sits at the crossroads of African, Arab, and European history. Well, the Shella necropolis is a place that has witnessed both the Roman and Islamic ages of empires. It began as a Roman trading hub and eventually became a revered Islamic site. As you step through the main gate, the first thing you'll notice is the harmony of ruins interspersed with nature. There are lush paths, partially excavated ruins, and the grounds are also a sanctuary where storks nest atop crumbling columns. The second thing is this: sometimes the less you see, the more you can imagine. As you walk along these pathways, you'll see the remnants of the Roman city of Sala Colonia. The Shella necropolis is far from deserted, but instead of ancient Romans or Phoenicians, it's the storks that now claim dominion over these historic grounds. In Islam, these birds are revered. Their annual migration is seen as guided by divine wisdom. These storks, numbering in the dozens, have made the ruins of the Shella necropolis their home, perching atop the highest points of the necropolis. Today, storks are the sacred guardians of the Shella necropolis. Day 3, our time in Rabat continues. From the necropolis, you'll be headed to another burial place, but this one is not in ruins. It's still very active. The mausoleum of Mohammed V in Rabat is not just a crypt. It's a symbol of the nation's deep respect for a king who changed modern Morocco's history forever. The mausoleum was built in 1971 and serves as a sanctuary for the memory of Mohammed V, the king who led Morocco to its independence. It is his resting place as well as a monument to the profound changes he ushered in, marking the end of colonial rule and the beginning of a new era. The mausoleum is also the epitome of Moroccan design, a masterpiece of Alawite dynasty architecture. Intricate mosaics decorate the walls, while a golden ceiling gleams above. The king's tomb, positioned beneath a soaring ceiling and open to the sky, is a poignant reminder that even those who shape history return to the earth, leaving behind legacies that outlast lifetimes. The mausoleum is guarded by the Royal Guard, and it's a sight in itself to witness the precision and dedication of these faithful sentinels. We'll be going on to the Kasbah des Ouidas. Nestled on the banks of the Bou Regreg River, the Kasbah des Ouidas is yet another portal to a different era. This ancient fortress, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, has seen the ebb and flow of history from the Almohad conquest to becoming the bastion of the notorious Barbary pirates. That's right, the Kasbah was once the stronghold of the Barbary pirates who commanded the seas, and even now it feels as though their intrepid spirits might still be surveying the horizon, guardians of the Atlantic secrets. The Kasbah is not just a fort, it's a quaint village within a city, replete with winding alleyways, blooming gardens, and the vivid blue and white painted houses. The blue and white colors of the Kasbah's walls have more than just aesthetic appeal. They reflect the influence of the Moorish refugees from Spain who settled here in the 1500s. The blue is said to symbolize the sea and the sky. offering a sense of peace and spiritual spaciousness, while the white is believed to repel the heat of the sun, keeping their homes cool. This afternoon, guests in Rabat will have some lovely free time to explore. While guests are here, there is so much to see and do. As you step through the grand Almohad Gate, Bab Ouida, you'll notice the sudden shift from the city's hustle to a quieter, more reflective atmosphere that settles over the historic Medina. A Medina, by the way, refers to the old historical part of a North African city, typically characterized by narrow, labyrinthine streets. Perched on the edge of the Kasbah, the Moorish Cafe has a picture-perfect view of the river and the city of Saleh. It's the perfect spot to savor a mint tea and the famous Moroccan pastries while soaking in the panorama. And be sure to check out the Andalusian Gardens, a beautiful oasis that is the perfect respite from the Moroccan sun. The symphony of scents and colors in this garden is absolutely incredible. On day 4, in the morning, you'll embark on a scenic drive from the coastal ambience of Rabat to the cultural heartbeat of Morocco, Fez. Sometimes the journey from A to B is just that, A to B and not much more. But today, your journey to Fez is the destination because you'll be making stops and spending the day at a special winery estate. This picture here is a traditional tannery in the Medina of Fez. So welcome to the Voluble Domaine de la Zouena, one of the finest wineries in Morocco and a true hidden gem. As a Muslim country, drinking in Morocco is not as widely available or celebrated as it is in a place like, say, Italy. So getting to spend the day in a place like this to see how they're cultivating grapes and making world-class wine is really a treat. The estate is located at the foot of the Middle Atlas Mountains, and this area is part of the largest wine region in Morocco and has clay limestone soils, making it very conducive to wine production. Today you'll explore the winery's grounds on a guided tour through the vineyard and cellar, take in the panoramic views of vines, and of course, taste some of the vintages yourself. You'll also enjoy a lovely lunch here. And it's not just any lunch, it's a multi-course meal accompanied by glasses of their wine. It's a chef's kiss. From here you'll continue on to Fez, where you'll spend the next 3 nights at your riad. Welcome to the Riad Yakut, your home for the next 3 nights. It's nestled right in the heart of Fez's bustling Medina, near the Batha Fountain and the iconic Blue Gate, and it's the perfect mixture of luxury and history, as Morocco's riads are known. It has a beautiful rooftop terrace, a pool, and a spa where you can get a traditional hammam. We'll go over what that is in a little bit, but just know this, it's absolutely divine. Day 5, you'll be in Fez. Welcome to Fez, the oldest imperial city in Morocco, revered as a center of spirituality and education. As you embark on today's journey, you're stepping back in time to a city that pulses with historical significance and spiritual depth. Today, you'll visit the Royal Palace, visit the Al-Qaryan University, the oldest continually operating university in the world. You'll take a closer look into an ancient tannery and gain unique insights into the traditional craft of leather making, and you'll get a tour and explore the ancient Medina and perhaps take a little time to shop. Fez is not just one of the holiest cities in the world, but also a seat of power and grandeur. And you'll see that on full display today because your first stop is the Royal Palace of Fez. The majestic Dar al-Makhzen, or the Royal Palace of Fez, was built in the 13th century and has been the residence of Moroccan royalty for generations. And today it's an active residence for the current King Mohammed VI. Now, since the Royal Palace is a private residence, interior access is restricted, but the grand entrance and outer courtyard are open to visitors, and here you can get a glimpse of this royal grandeur. From there, you'll head to the storied walls of the Al-Qaryan University, the world's oldest continuously operating educational institution. Recognized by UNESCO and the Guinness Book of World Records, this university is a testament to the enduring legacy of learning in the Islamic world. What year was the world's oldest operating university, Al-Qaryan, founded? We said it's the oldest, but just how old do you think it is? It was founded over a millennium ago. It was founded around 857 to 859 AD and went on to become one of the leading spiritual and educational centers of the Islamic Golden Age. And now for a second extra cool fact about this place's remarkable origins. It was founded by Fatima al-Fihri, a pioneering woman of her time. Born in 800 AD, she was the daughter of a wealthy merchant, and after inheriting a considerable fortune from her father and her husband, she chose to invest in creating a mosque and educational institution for her community. And the rest, they say, is history. Later, it was incorporated into Morocco's modern state university system. During your visit to the Al-Qarawiyyin University, you'll be walking through the same halls that have nurtured scholars and intellectuals for over a millennium. Take a deep breath before getting a closer look into an ancient tannery. Some Fez tanneries date back to the 11th century and continue to operate using traditional methods, offering a unique glimpse into the ancient craft of leather making. The leather that's produced here, the leather goods that are produced here in Morocco are beautiful, and that would be an awesome souvenir for you to bring back, a beautiful, brightly colored leather jacket or coat. So in the pictures here, at the top left is Bab Boujalud Gate, and then the interior of the madrasas, and the bottom is the spices, and then a guide with visitors in the souk. You're headed into the Fez Medina, and honestly, it's hard to put this place into words. In tour after tour, the Fez Medina is pointed out as one of the biggest wows of the trip. The Fez Medina was established in the 9th century, and it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This term gets thrown around too often, but it 100% fits. It is a feast for the senses. The aroma of spices, the colors of places like the tannery and the fabric stalls, the labyrinth alleys and walkways, the sounds of drums and music. Every stall here holds a little treasure. And today, you'll enjoy a tour of this remarkable and unforgettable Medina. Day 6, you'll have free time in Fez. It's a day at leisure, and there are plenty of activities and sites to indulge in. Here are 3 of our favorite recommendations. The Darbatha Museum. Dive into Moroccan history at the Darbatha Museum. It's housed in a 19th century palace. This museum boasts one of Morocco's finest collections of traditional arts and artifacts, including the famous Fez blue pottery. The palace's architecture, with its Andalusian Arabic style, is stunning, and the tranquil Andalusian garden provides a serene escape from the bustling Medina. The food in Morocco is incredible. The tagines, olives, roasted almonds, the famous Moroccan chicken pie, and so much more. So why not dive a little deeper into it today? There are immersive cooking classes throughout the Medina, or another unique culinary experience is to try a bread making workshop. Since many Moroccans don't have ovens in their homes, they use a community oven called a faran to bake bread. So hop into a bread making workshop, visit a local faran, and have a truly local experience. And of course, one of everybody's favorite experiences on tour is shopping. Shopping in the Medina is a beautiful labyrinth full of artisan shops where you can find anything from wool garments to intricately designed ceramics. And don't forget to practice your bargaining skills. It's all part of the experience. And speaking of bargaining, one of the most asked questions Collette tour managers get is how to go about the bargaining in a place like the Fez Medina. How does it work? So here are some pro tips. Number 1, bargain with respect. You're engaging with local artisans who in some cases have handcrafted the thing you're bargaining for, or they know the artist who did. So a nod of appreciation for the value of their work is always a very good move. Do the dance. Bargaining, or haggling as they call it here, is a dance, a back and forth, a do-si-do of numbers. So start by offering about half the asking price and then enjoy the good-natured back and forth that follows. The general rule is to never pay more than 70% of the original and inflated starting price. And if the vendor doesn't meet you where you want to be, it's perfectly fine to walk away. Number 3, smile. Bargain with a smile. It's not just about getting a good price, but also about the experience and the connections you make with locals. So remember to smile. In the big picture, sometimes the story of how you got something or who you got it from is just as meaningful as the item itself. On day 6, there's an opportunity for an optional tour to Volubilis. If you want to continue the exploration, this optional tour to a UNESCO World Heritage Site boasts some of the most well-preserved Roman ruins in North Africa. The mosaics of Volubilis, some of the finest in Morocco, vividly depict mythological scenes and daily life of the ancient Romans. As you wander through the ruins, you'll be walking the same streets where chariots once rumbled, surrounded by the remnants of a prosperous Roman city. So this optional tour really offers a journey back in time and a chance to see the grandeur of a past civilization. Following your visit to Volubilis, stop in at a local restaurant for a traditional Moroccan lunch. Day 7, we'll be going from Fez to Midelt and Erfoud. This is a brand new day full of brand new landscapes. You're going to be crossing some of Morocco's most breathtaking desert landscapes on the way to the Sahara. En route, you'll pause to bask in majestic views of the Middle Atlas Mountains. Then you'll continue on to Erfoud, called the door to the desert. As you approach Erfoud, you're not just entering a gateway to the Sahara, you're stepping into a place where time feels different. Covering over 3 million square miles of northern Africa, the Sahara is said to encompass a staggering 10% of the African continent. For thousands of years, the Egyptians, Phoenicians, Greeks, and Europeans have been just some of its former residents. Today, the population is around 4 million and consists mainly of nomads who move from place to place as a result of the harsh conditions. Imagine daily life with an average temperature of 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Over time, the wind, heat, and dry weather has created a tapestry of stunning landscapes that include sand dunes, sand seas, called ergs, barren stone plateaus, gravel plains, and salt flats. It's a landscape so unique that it has served as the backdrop for films like The Mummy and The Prince of Persia. This 3-day trip to the desert is another thing that truly sets us apart from so many others.
But it's beautiful. There is life in the desert. You just have to take time to find life in the desert. You really understand what's important and what's not when you go on those trips. Probably we're one of the few companies in Morocco that give time for the desert, because everybody is just crossing by to take the picture and go, or ride a camel for 10 minutes and go. For us, we stay 3 days. 1 night in a hotel before we get into the remote area, and then 2 nights in a camp. A lot of people say, why? What to do there? You can ride a camel and take a picture of the sunset and go. But there is a lot to do. That's why actually we want to prove it to people by staying that long. In order to see life, there is life. There are people living there. They're making income in the desert. How? That's why we stay there longer.
You'll be staying in a special hotel on your first night. I'd call it more of an oasis. It's the Kasbah Zaluka Erfoud Hotel, and this hotel is not just a place to rest. It's an experience in itself. Its architecture reflects a traditional Kasbah style, and it offers comfort and elegance with an authentic Moroccan flair, where you can relax after a day of exploring. On day 8, you'll be going from Erfoud to the Sahara Desert. You'll get to know a little bit more about local life at Mel Ma'adid Kassar, a village with narrow lanes surrounded by ancient fortified walls. Here, you'll have the unique opportunity to walk alongside a local date farmer, a first-hand experience that brings you closer to the heart of Moroccan rural life. To Collette, meeting locals like this and having these kind of human-to-human connections is something that is so important to Collette on the tours we create for our guests. It really sets our tours apart. From Erfoud, we'll be going to the Sahara Desert. This evening, you're in for a spectacular ride. You're going to make your way into the Sahara Desert aboard a 4x4 Jeep. This is, again, something that sets Collette's tours apart from the others. A lot of other companies just put you on coaches to visit the desert, but with Collette, you're going to be going true expedition style in these 4x4s. Feel the rush as your Jeeps carve through the sands, offering you a front row seat to the desert's magnificence. And this expedition-style journey is a testament to Collette's commitment to delivering experiences that are not only unique, but very deeply immersive. After your adventurous drive into the desert, you've arrived at your oasis. This is the Sahara Desert Tented Camp. The walkways have those lamps that are lit up. You can just see all the beautiful tents that are there along the walkways. You've heard of glamping, so this brings it to a whole new level. This place is pure magic, and pictured is the interior of one of the tents. Picture walkways lit by Moroccan lanterns, which was depicted in a prior slide. A giant communal circle where you and your fellow travelers gather each night to share stories and hear tales from your tour guides and other locals at the camp. The thrum of drums around the fire and a sky full of more stars than you've ever seen. This is your life for the next 2 nights. Mohammed, the tour guide, said that there is life in the desert. Well, now you're part of that life, so soak it in. In a world full of Wi-Fi and Google Maps and light pollution and noise, this place is otherworldly, a link to an earlier time in the story of humankind. You'll feel it in your DNA. Trust us. This is why Collette doesn't just drive by the desert. Collette helps you become a part of it. On day 9, in the morning, you'll be rising early to watch the sun illuminate the Sahara in stunning hues of orange, yellow, and red. Then you'll have the opportunity to participate in one of the Sahara's most timeless traditions, a camel ride.
Both hand, Randy. Hold.
Hang on.
Both hand, Randy. Hold.
Hang on.
Did you hear him last night barking? Huh? I don't think they were dogs. I think they were cops. Oh, here's Nabil's getting us. Nabil's getting us videos. I don't think they were dogs. I think
Camels have been pivotal to the Sahara life for centuries. These remarkable creatures, known as the ships of the desert, are perfectly adapted to the desert environment, able to go for weeks without water by storing fat in their humps, not water as commonly thought. This incredible adaptation makes them the ultimate companions for navigating the vast and challenging Sahara. Next, you'll be traveling to Kamilo. Here in the heart of the desert, you'll meet with locals to have an eye-opening and meaningful discussion before experiencing the powerful, soul-stirring performances of Gnawa musicians. This discussion keeps the legacies of former slaves alive through music and storytelling. Gnawa music originated from the sub-Saharan African slaves brought to Morocco, who transformed their heartache, history, struggles, and spirituality into a profound musical expression. A blend of African, Berber, and Arabic sounds, Gnawa music is a journey through the history and heart of Morocco, a celebration of life, resilience, and community. It's more than music, it's a spiritual ritual with repetitive rhythms and chants designed to induce a trance state, connecting the physical with the divine. The primary instrument, the guembri, a 3-stringed lute, alongside metal castanets called krakebs, creates a hypnotic melody that can captivate anybody who listens. Today's journey brings you into the fold of the Sahara's most elusive inhabitants, the nomads. To do this, you're going to venture beyond the well-trodden paths to meet a community whose lifestyle has remained largely unchanged for centuries. You'll be welcomed into their world and get a chance to share in their daily rituals and understand a life led by the rhythms of nature. This Meet the Local style discussion with a nomad woman explores tradition and life in the desert. Through insightful conversation, travelers will gain a deeper understanding of the Berber heritage and what comes with living a traditional way of life. This discussion promotes cross-cultural understanding and preserves nomadic cultures. The word nomad comes from the Greek word nomos, meaning roaming in search of pasture. Nomadic tribes in the Sahara still follow this practice, moving in harmony with the seasons and availability of resources. A nomad's knowledge of the stars is not just for navigation. It's their calendar and storybook, a map of their history and folklore etched into the night sky. Why do we visit a nomad camp? Because this is not just a visit, it's an exchange of goodwill and understanding. As you interact with the nomads, you'll gain insight into their deep connection with the land, their ingenious survival strategies, and their profound sense of community. It's an opportunity to appreciate the simplicity and depth of a lifestyle that many of us can only imagine. Some trips you leave with pictures and souvenirs. On this one, Collette wants you to leave with stories and connections that actually enrich your understanding of the world and the tapestry of the human experience. In the evening, you'll return to your camp as the sun sets over the desert. This is the moment to unwind and reflect on the day's adventures as the first stars begin to twinkle in the evening sky. It's also an evening of cultural enlightenment. You'll gather around the communal circle where you'll sit with your tour manager and learn more about the importance of Islam in Morocco through the centuries and its impact in today's day-to-day life in sub-Saharan Africa. Islam is not just a religion in Morocco. It's the heartbeat of its culture and community. This is an amazing opportunity to learn, to ask questions, and gain a deeper understanding of a world completely different than your own. On day 10, we'll be going from the Sahara Desert to El Corbate, Bouman Doudades. As the desert sun rises, you'll wave goodbye to the tranquil expanse of the Sahara. You're on your way to El Corbate and then on to Bouman Doudades for a day full of history, an impact moment, and even more natural beauty. First, you'll visit the fortified village of El Corbat. Dating back to the 17th century, this village is a living museum that showcases Jewish and Muslim architecture and artifacts. You'll learn more about Berber culture while visiting the museum within the village. Then you're in for another special moment of connection when you sit down to enjoy a simple lunch at a local restaurant. It's more than just a lunch, it's an impact moment. This is a special moment on tour that's designed to help give something back to the local communities we visit. In this case, the restaurant you'll visit supports a business whose profits are used to conserve the cultural heritage and improve the living conditions of this small community. The owner has rebuilt the village to provide locals with a chance towards financial freedom. So your visit directly contributes to a cycle of prosperity that nurtures both tradition and progress within El Corbat. Later in the day, you'll head to Bouman Doudades, where a golden sun lights up the gorgeous river valleys, palmeries, and burnished mud brick homes. It's also a birdwatcher's paradise, so please keep your eyes peeled. On day 11, you'll be going from Bouman Doudades to Marrakesh with a stop in Qasr at Ben Hadou on the way. You're going to journey down the legendary Road of 1,000 Kasbahs, a caravan route that's a lifeline of history and a gallery of architecture. Along this storied path, you'll visit the Qasr of Ait Ben Hadou, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. You'll enjoy a home-hosted meal, offering a taste of authentic Moroccan hospitality. You'll traverse the breathtaking Tizi and Tichka Pass, with views that command your attention and awe, and you'll end the night in Marrakesh. This is the UNESCO site of Qasr Ait Ben Hadou, which feels basically like you've stepped into a time capsule. You'll explore the earthen buildings, defensive walls, and corner towers that make the Qasr a striking feat of Moroccan architecture. Then you'll enjoy the warmth of that home-hosted meal. These meals are the heart of our journey, offering a personal connection to the place and its people. Breaking bread is the most basic form of human connection, and today you'll get to do it in someone's home. As you walk around Ait Ben Hadou, you might think to yourself that it feels like you're walking through a movie set, and you wouldn't be far off. Because scenes from over 20 movies and productions have been filmed in Ait Ben Hadou, including Lawrence of Arabia, The Jewel of the Nile, The Mummy, Gladiator, Game of Thrones, and Dune. So there's no doubt that you've seen this landscape in a film or TV series. The roads here are winding and steep, so if you're prone to motion sickness, a dose of Dramamine might be the best travel companion for this leg of the trip. Embrace the journey, for every turn is a new discovery, and every ascent a step into the heart of Morocco. This evening, you'll reach Marrakesh. Enjoy your stay at the Two Seals Luxury Boutique Hotel and Spa, a gorgeous boutique hotel that puts you right in the middle of all the action. Fall in love with the hotel's interior design, which is a unique blend of Art Deco elegance and authentic local craftsmanship. Two Seals is situated between the upscale Hivernage area and the vibrant Gueles district, and the location couldn't be better. It's just a quick walk to the Jama El Fana Square and major cultural sites. This morning, it's your choice. You can embark on a locally guided tour of the magnificent Bahia Palace, a late 19th century masterpiece of Moroccan Andalusian architecture located in the heart of Marrakesh's Medina. Here you'll wander through lush gardens, marvel at the intricate mosaics, hand-painted ceilings, and ornate stucco work that earned the palace its name, which means beautiful. Or you can immerse yourself in Morocco's rich culinary heritage at the Moroccan Culinary Arts Museum. Housed in a stunning 18th century palace featuring Moorish architecture, the museum's campus is worth a visit all on its own. Step inside and explore Morocco's gastronomy through interactive exhibits and cooking demonstrations. You'll discover the fusion of Arab, Amazigh, Mediterranean, and French influences in Moroccan cuisine. On day 12, we'll be wandering through the vibrant streets of Marrakesh and the Medina, taking a moment to delve into the world of spices and their enchanting uses. Later in the day, you'll have some free time for exploring the intricate alleyways, a perfect opportunity for shopping and savoring the local flavors. Then this afternoon, visit the enchanting Jardin Majorelle, a lush oasis designed by the French painter Jacques Majorelle and later restored by the designer Yves Saint Laurent, an iconic site that beautifully showcases Morocco's rich cultural heritage. Did you know the striking cobalt blue found throughout the Jardin Majorelle is so unique, it's known as Majorelle Blue? Day 13, it's a good day to do good things, and we've got you covered because a huge part of this day is an impact moment. You'll have the privilege of participating in a cooking class at the Amal Center, a beacon of hope and empowerment in Marrakesh. This center provides training for disadvantaged women, giving them the skills to thrive in the culinary world and beyond. This organization is a not-for-profit that supports courageous women who only make up 25% of the workforce on their journey towards empowerment and financial independence. Their mission is to provide a safe and loving space where women can rewrite their narratives and step into power. You're going to participate in a hands-on cooking class to learn the secret to making the country's most celebrated dish, the tagine. You'll head right to a garden on the property grounds to source your own herbs and the vegetables and then get cooking with these amazing women. Today will be much, much more than cooking. You'll have a chance to connect with the women at the center and hear their stories. It's a day of cultural connection, bonds, and of course, some delicious food. It's a day that will stay with you long past your trip. The rest of the day is yours to enjoy however you please. As evening falls, the city transforms, offering a different kind of magic under the moonlit sky. And if you want to enhance your tour this evening, we offer an awesome optional tour of Marrakesh at night. You'll get a tour of the city, take a horse-drawn carriage ride, and then finish your journey with dinner at a local restaurant. It's the perfect blend of romance and discovery and a chance to see Marrakesh's vibrant energy from a different perspective. It's the perfect nightcap to an amazing day. Day 14 will be heading from Marrakesh to Casablanca. We're nearing the end of the journey, but there's still more magic in store because today you're heading to one of the most storied cities in all of North Africa, Casablanca. It's not just a backdrop for classic films, it's a cosmopolitan hub that pulses with African, Arab, and European influences. Here you'll witness the majestic Hassan II Mosque, an emblem of Moroccan ingenuity with its towering minaret touching the sky. You'll enjoy a privately led tour of the Hassan II Mosque, the crown jewel of Casablanca, and the largest mosque in Africa. This architectural masterpiece is perched on the edge of the Atlantic Ocean with a glass floor that gives worshippers a view of the sea below. It's one of the few mosques in Morocco open to non-Muslims, offering a rare glimpse into Islamic art and spirituality. The Hassan II's mosque's minaret is among the tallest in the world, soaring at 210 meters, about 689 feet high. The mosque can accommodate over 25,000 worshippers inside and another 80,000 on its surrounding grounds. As the sun sets on your Moroccan adventure, you'll gather with your new friends for a farewell dinner. sharing stories and savoring the flavors of this unforgettable journey. Day 15, your journey comes to an end. Just think about everything you've experienced. You've traversed the sands of the Sahara on camelback, communed with ancient desert music, bargained in some of the most vibrant markets on earth, made connections with countless locals along the way, and forged memories that will stay with you long after this trip is over. There is an opportunity to have one optional post-night extension in Casablanca if you want to be there, or you can say, play it again, Sam. If one day in Casablanca wasn't enough, Collette offers a post-night extension here. You can immerse yourself further in the city's blend of Moorish charm and French colonial legacy and continue exploring the pulsating heart of Morocco's commercial capital, from its Art Deco edifices to the buzzing nightlife and markets. A little note about guided or escorted touring, if this is something that you haven't done before. In guided touring, it's really easy because everything is included and taken care of for you. Your guided tour includes hotel-to-hotel baggage handling, expert local guides, authentic culinary experiences, enriching cultural experiences. With Collette, you get preferred access to sites and attractions, unique modes of transportation. These tours are designed by travelers for travelers, and Collette is 108 years old right now. During that 108 years, they've developed a passion and expertise to serve their customers, their clients, curious travelers. Travelers love Collette because these tours have fewer one-night stays than some of the other tours that are out there. It's 5-star touring, beautiful, comfortable touring with accommodations that are 4-star, 4-star plus. Collette is the most inclusive tour operator. And as mentioned before, their tours are designed by expert travelers for curious travelers. And there's balance and choice on tour. Collette travelers are able to customize their experience with an average of 2 to 3 included choices, allowing greater immersion into each destination and at no additional cost, as well as some optional tours that you can choose to pay for a nominal fee. There's culinary immersion. You will be dining at local restaurants unique to the region. You also enjoy home-hosted meals and cooking classes. The accommodations are high quality and very unique and very destination-driven. The transportation also is unique to the destination. Think about it. On this trip, you'll be riding on a camel, you'll be traveling in the desert in 4x4 Jeeps, and you have the opportunity to take a horse-drawn carriage ride through Marrakesh at night. And Collette has the very best tour managers in the travel industry. Their tour managers are, for the most part, locals or natives who are just thrilled to teach you about their home. If you choose to book your flights through Collette, your package includes pickup from your home to get you to your airport, as well as from your airport back home at the conclusion of your trip. The package also includes your transfers when you arrive at the beginning of your tour from the airport to the hotel, and then from the hotel back to the airport at the conclusion of your tour. If you book airfare through Collette, you also have the opportunity to upgrade your air to premium economy or business class. Dining experiences, when you're in a city, when you have a meal that's on your own, your tour manager will be happy to suggest a good place for you to eat so you can have that unique experience. As mentioned earlier, there are a handful of optional excursions available to you for a nominal fee. You have the opportunity for a pre-night, post-night, and also the tour extension, which in this case was at the very beginning of the trip. I always highly recommend travel insurance to all of my clients, and Collette offers a good no-worries travel protection. With their insurance policy, you can get a full refund for cancellation anytime, less the cost of the insurance itself. You can get a cancellation for any reason as long as it's prior to the date of departure. The Collette insurance also covers medical assistance in the event of unexpected illness or injury while you're traveling, emergency evacuation, and baggage delay or baggage loss along the way. I have a specific link to this tour, and I will post it in the email that you're going to be receiving this with. And so you can get details or even sign up if this is something that you would like to do. And finally, the big question, when is this and what is the cost? The cost of this tour is $5,999 per person based on double occupancy. That includes airfare, round-trip airfare from San Diego. If you're not flying from San Diego, we can certainly quote you the price of the air from your gateway city. And if you prefer to arrange your own air, that's doable as well. The cost that Collette has calculated the air to be would be subtracted from your trip total. If you do book your own air, the transfers are not included, but Collette would be happy to arrange transfers for you. The insurance policy that I mentioned is $699 per person, and that is up to you if you want to purchase that. The deposit due date is September 23rd, 2026. Right now, this tour is specially priced for these dates. I have group space listed for these dates. After that date, September 23rd, 2026, there will be an increase in the cost. If these dates don't work for you, there are other dates that this tour is operating. However, the special price that's offered on this tour would not be available for those other dates. I really want to thank you for taking the time to watch this presentation, and I hope you'll consider booking into this tour of Morocco, just such a beautiful, exciting, and exotic destination. Thank you so much for your time and attention. Again, I'm Joan Qualls from Tasteful Voyages. You can reach me at joan@tastefulvoyages.com. Ciao for now.